Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. So, we're going to talk about if Ripple loses the case and the SEC starts on their suing campaign, which coins might actually be safe. Now, we know that Bitcoin is safe. They've all said that Bitcoin is safe, the SEC and the CFTC. So, we got to take Bitcoin as an analog. There are basically going to be coins where there wasn't a pre-mine and the developers did not just give themselves a large part of the coin. Now, if they mined a large part of the coin, that's another case. And I think that's going to be considered not a security too. But if you just pre-mined it and then dropped yourself a ton of the coin, I do think the SEC will come after you. And that would actually include a lot of the other coins. Now, I think the two others that are safe are Litecoin and Dogecoin. Litecoin, because it didn't really have a pre-mine, if you actually look at the Litecoin's history, the only pre-mine that Litecoin actually had is the 250 LTC, 150 LTC in their original block, and then the 50 LTC in their two subsequent blocks. And I don't think 250 LTC as a pre-mine would actually qualify as a security. That was mainly for blockchain confirmation purposes. And the rest of the Litecoin, millions and millions of Litecoin, were not pre-mine. Plus, Charlie Lee sold out all his Litecoin. And he didn't actually have the lion's share of Litecoin either. The Litecoin Foundation is also defunct and has been defunct for quite a long time, so the SEC really wouldn't have anything to sue. Litecoin is a lot like Bitcoin in that all the coins came from mining and they didn't really have a pre-mine. So if Bitcoin is not a security, Litecoin would probably not be a security. That's also probably one of the reasons, outside from its halving next year, that Litecoin is actually pumping right now. And that has actually some merit that Litecoin may be not a security just like Bitcoin, which would actually be a big deal. The other one I want to talk about is Dogecoin. Now, Dogecoin did not have a pre-mine. So neither Marcus or Palmer, the original creators of Dogecoin, did a pre-mine. Once it was launched, Marcus was officially the first person to mine Dogecoin. Given the nature of mining, they got a lot of Dogecoin. Now, we know that Jackson Palmer actually sold all his Dogecoin several years ago to buy a used Honda Civic. So unless the SEC really wants a used Honda Civic, I don't think they can actually go after Dogecoin. There's really nothing to go after. It's kind of a joke coin. The foundation is, I don't even know what the hell the foundation does, honestly. I don't know if they really maintain Dogecoin. It's pretty decentralized in terms of in terms of all that stuff. Like there's not like an institution or a company that you can go after. So the SEC really can't get much money out of it. Plus, because it didn't have a pre-mine, I think the same logic would actually apply to it as applied for Bitcoin, and it would be a commodity rather than a security. Now, there are a couple of others, like DGB, for instance, that only had a small pre-mine to the developers, but just that small pre-mine, I'm sure it was a bigger percentage than Litecoin's pre-mine, would actually be enough for them to maybe prove common enterprise. Plus, the DGB company or foundation is still actually there for them to target. And same thing for Cardano and others, the foundation and the CEO hold a significant amount of Cardano still. And they actually do have IOHK to go after. So the thing is, as much as all these cryptos say they're not vulnerable, they are very vulnerable. The other one I want to talk about is Monero. Now, whether the SEC declares it to be a security or not, I think is kind of irrelevant. I don't know if there was a pre-mine of Monero or not, but Monero kind of operates outside the bounds of the law. I think Kraken's the only U.S. exchange that actually has it, and even if Kraken delisted it, I don't think it would hurt Monero. So I think that is one coin that, whether it's a security or not, will not actually affect the coin at all. So those were I guess safer coins. I won't call them completely safe, but safer coins. If you think everything is going to be declared a security, I think they're going to be Bitcoin, first of all, Dogecoin, Litecoin, and Monero. So let me know what you think, like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.